Hi, everyone. Thanks to everybody who's on the line and attending our webinar today. This is PepperJam's webinar titled Fight or Flight, How Direct-to-Consumer Brands Are Flourishing in Retail Chaos. My name is Mara Smith. I am the Chief Marketing Officer for PepperJam, and I'll be serving as today's MC, guiding you through the webinar discussion. Today's session is going to be just about an hour. We're prepared to have a great conversation and discussion with PepperJam moderator and a few of our direct-to-consumer brand panelists. We'll probably aim for about 30 to 45 minutes of conversation, followed by a question and answer session. If you are an attendee, feel free to submit questions throughout the presentation simply by using the question functionality on the GoToWebinar panel. We'll review all of the questions at the end so that you can get the answers that you're looking for from the moderator and the panelists. Before we get into the conversation today, I have to give a quick public service announcement for some of the PepperJam content that we've been producing. So if you have not yet heard, PepperJam recently launched a podcast titled Pep Talks. It's a really great series of interviews with founders from direct-to-consumer brands and from industry leaders. If you haven't yet, check it out at pepperjam.com/peptalks-podcast. Or alternatively, you can find the Pep Talks podcast on any of the major platforms like iTunes, Spotify, and more. So check it out. And if you're not into the audio podcast platforms or segments, we have another resource that's available to you directly on the screen here. So if you're looking at the screen below our videos here, you'll see a QR code. You can simply take your phone, open up the camera, and you could hold the camera up to the QR code. And this will take you right to a page that contains a resource that the PepperJam marketing team has produced, which is ultimately a quick ebook that gives insights into how brands are responding within their affiliate marketing programs as a result of the impact of COVID-19 has had overall on their marketing. So it's a great resource. It gives you some insight on what brands are thinking, how they're adjusting within their affiliate programs in this uncertain time. So check it out. We'll leave it up for the duration of the webinar. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the moderator who will be guiding today's discussion and panel. So I'd like to welcome Amber Sweeney. She's the Vice President of Customer Solutions at PepperJam. Amber, thanks for joining us.
All right, thank you, Mara. As mentioned just right now by Mara, my name is Amber Sweeney, and I am the Vice President of Customer Solutions at PepperJam. I've actually been a part of PepperJam for over 13 years and affiliate marketing for 13 years as well. But joining me today are Kyle from Roan and Meg and Daniel from RevTown. Kyle, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and Roan?
Yeah, so I've been with Roan for the past 3 years, and I'm the Director of Performance Marketing.
All right, thank you. Meg and Daniel, it's your turn. Can you tell us a little bit about your roles with RevTown in the brand?
Sure, my name is Meg Ely. I am the head of sales and planning for RevTown. And most of you, or many of you who know anything about RevTown, know that we have our roots in Under Armour. I worked with several of our founders at Under Armour for 8 years and joined the team last year.
Great.
Yeah, I'm our marketing lead over at RevTown, and I kind of have my hands in all things marketing, from content production to performance marketing and everything like that. I've been on board for almost 2 years now, and it's a great team to be a part of.
Great, thank you, everyone. So today, what I want to do is open up the discussion about how, in this state of flux, marketers are really grappling with how to respond to COVID-19. The impact each marketer has had to deal with is really very different, but I wanted to highlight the fight stories that marketers can really look to for inspiration. In e-commerce, direct-to-consumer brands were already disrupting retail, with limited to no reliance on third parties, owning the manufacturing, the marketing, and then the entire customer dialogue. These D2C brands are really continuing to flourish in a period of relative retail chaos. But what exactly are these fight brands doing to thrive? And really, that's where RevTown and Roan both come in. So Kyle, can you describe some of the changes COVID-19 hitting in the US has had on your business as a whole?
Yeah, I mean, it's had an effect, but I mean, mainly on our retail stores, and obviously with everything shutting down there. But from a business standpoint, it's, you know, we've pivoted and shifted towards a lot of content production and relied a lot on our customers.
Okay. Meg or Daniel, are you seeing similar changes or responding similarly?
Yeah, I would say it's kind of a similar game for us. You know, it would be naive to say we didn't see an impact, but we've adapted and seen some strong growth and really grown our community.
Great. I know from conversations that I'm having with some more omni-channel retailers that have brick and mortar locations, and Kyle, you mentioned this briefly, they're looking for ways to make up for losses due to COVID-19 with their stores closing. Meg and Daniel, as a D2C brand, how have you been able to insulate your brand from negative impacts maybe other retail brands might be experiencing?
I'll speak to quickly. We, like Daniel and Kyle said, we're really leaning into our current customer base. And really making sure that you know, we're speaking to them differently and taking a different tone. Daniel can speak more to that, but I also think we're not giving up on acquiring new customers. Some things that have worked with us for us in the past, certain newsletters, we're leaning into those and getting new customers and focusing still on growing our base, but also leaning into our current customers.
Okay, Kyle, is it the same with the content that you're producing?
Yeah. I mean, we're definitely exploring our community and giving opportunities for our influencers and different things that different people that we partner with to be a part of the brand and start to grow that way, as we have done so already, but more so during this time.
Okay. Now, have any of you capitalized on any windows of opportunity during this unique time? For example, some of our retailers have certain products that are really resonating with the stay-at-home culture. Kyle, maybe you can speak to this, as your brand is it's built on comfort, quality, while still remaining stylish, and it's definitely a necessity during a lot of those Zoom phone calls.
Yeah, with Roan and I mean, all of our clothing is super comfortable. So we make clothing for business wear all the way to, you know, technical workouts, but we've definitely seen a trend in our loungewear, joggers, different things like that are resonating during this time. And you know, maybe having people wear our commuter dress shirt on top and a little casual on the bottom. So yeah, so it's fun to see the trend go in that direction and just play around with that messaging of work from home with comfort wear and stuff like that.
Okay, Megan, Daniel, being a denim brand, are you having a similar experience? I mean, I own RevTown jeans and they're extremely comfortable and I wear them during the day. So I'm not sure if you have a similar experience with your messaging.
Yeah, I would say we've definitely leaned into the comfort angle. It's something that's a part of our DNA. You know, our denim is built on having innovative fabric and being incredibly comfortable, and something you can, you know, wear all day and come home and, you know, you don't have to switch out into a pair of sweatpants. And now that people are home all day, you know, they're just throwing on a pair of our comfortable jeans and staying in them for most of the day.
Okay, you guys have both, well, all three of you have talked about having to pivot your messages a little bit. How easy or hard was that for you on the fly, really, to have to change that messaging to more of the work from home and trying to resonate that?
Yeah, for us, it was pretty seamless with the team that we have. We have a really great content team. We have a great community events and community team where they pivoted and switched over to, you know, at home workouts and that type of message. So it was pretty seamless for us being a brand for health and wellness.
Okay. Megan, Daniel, same?
Yeah, I would say the same. I'd say another thing that we're doing, we actually are creating more content for our customers, for our current customer base. And instead of just speaking about the product and kind of coming back to them, like buy these jeans, we're talking to them, we're creating a community. We send out newsletters that has recommended workouts, for example, great podcasts to listen to, audiobooks, things like that. So I think that we're really focused on engaging them, but so we obviously had to change our messaging, but I think we tried to, after maybe I'd say 3 or 4 weeks, we really pivoted and really wanted to talk to our current customer base as if they were our loyal customers, and not just keep trying to sell them, which I think has really resonated.
Okay. Do you guys feel like moving past COVID-19, this messaging is going to persist as the consumers are getting used to this type of dialogue that we're having with your brands?
Definitely some of it will stick. I think for us, kind of that content creation and interacting with our community of customers has been huge for us, and they've really reacted positively. So that's something I could see continuing.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think for Roan, it's still going to continue and actually have stronger roots embedded into the community, since we've really relied on them to help out and to really engage with them.
Okay.
I think too, No, I was just going to say, in general too, I think it's actually given us pause to really think about things and be very creative with our resources. We don't want to overspend on anything at this point, so we're just being really creative and digging in and working on what we can do and what we can affect without incurring additional costs where possible, which I think is great for any business long term to make every dollar count. So I think it's been a really smart learning process for us there too.
That's great advice. So along with finding products and different messaging and content that fit into the lives with the new norm, many consumers are also looking for brands for their support in the community, and many brands are responding with cause marketing. Can you tell us about the Brands for Better initiative and how your companies came to be involved? And for anybody that doesn't know, nearly 30 startups and small businesses came together to form the Brands for Better coalition and are donating a portion of their profits to coronavirus relief efforts. So each brand is involved in the coalition can support a charitable organization of their choice, with missions ranging from supplying meals to impacted families, or even providing medical equipment to those working with COVID-19 patients in hospitals. Meg or Daniel, can you talk about how you came to be involved and what charity you're supporting?
Yeah, so for us, we got involved with the Walter Reed Society down in Washington, D.C. A few of our team members are based down there, and it's a society that supports a veteran hospital down there. And they're on the front lines fighting every day for people who have served our country, and that's a cause that's near and dear to our team's heart. And after connecting with the Roan team and getting involved with the Brands for Better initiative, it was a natural partnership for us to get back to them, and we're honored to partner with them.
How about you, Kyle?
Yeah, so our charity so we're donating a percentage of proceeds to direct relief, and so it's really fantastic to see a lot of movement with Brands for Better. So after the first week in quarantine, our co-founder and CEO Nate Checketts, and the co-founder and COO of Dagny Dover grouped together and wanted to basically start something and combine forces with other brands that we know and love, and that's kind of how the coalition started. And they really wanted to make a positive impact on the customers, supply chains, and employees, and really make an impact by standing together to support one another and also the communities. And so to date, we have over 3 million in donations. So it's super great to see all the brands. I think we have over 200 brands participating in this, so it's super awesome.
Wow, that's really inspiring, and I'm sure a lot of the consumers are really appreciative of what you're doing in spite of what's happening within the current climate. Do you guys see your brands continuing these cause marketing efforts after COVID-19 hopefully passes soon? Or maybe this was always a part of your DNA, cause marketing? Meg or Daniel, do you want to chime in? Or Kyle? No, go on, Kyle.
Well, I was just going to say, yeah, I mean, for Roan, we've always been, looking to support cause marketing and join with any type of charities that we can. And I think it will just continue along.
And I think from a RevTown perspective, this is something that's always been on our agenda to start a program and a give back. And this was a great launch for us. And I mean, I know for Daniel and I, it's something we both feel passionately about. So for our part, I believe we're going to keep pushing for some charitable donations, whether it's with Walter Reed or any other charity that comes up in the future. I think that it would be a priority for us and also our customers to see us continuing to give back.
Definitely. Well, thank all three of you and both of your brands for contributing to that. Right now, what I want to do is I want to pivot a bit, and I want to talk about how your businesses relative to digital marketing has shifted. So have your KPIs across your marketing mix changed since COVID-19 hit the U.S.? And if so, how?
Yeah,
Daniel,
for us,
do you want to take? I keep calling on Daniel, but Kyle, go on.
No, I'm good with whatever order. So yeah, I mean, our KPIs have changed a little bit. We've adjusted some goals and shifted around some budget to go after more of the channels that have been historically working for us in the past.
And I would say it's similar for the RevTown side. We have definitely shifted some of our KPIs, and we've gone to kind of a hyper focus on working with partners that we've seen success with, and focusing on ROI and driving positive returns.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about how some of the trends you've seen played out in other digital channels? Like, for example, have you seen increases or decreases in CPMs, maybe lower AOVs or ROAS? I know we've seen conversion rates like drastically increase across the affiliate channel. Definitely see AOVs drop.
Yeah, I'd say we've seen some opportunity actually with some CPMs with certain platforms that we work with, where they are available at some of the most efficient rates we've seen in a long time, which is nice to see and has been helpful for us. As far as AOV goes, I think we've actually held pretty steady based on our historic numbers as well. So that's nice to see that we're holding that strong.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the same here. We've seen some CPMs drop, and we have seen pretty good AOVs as well. So yeah.
Okay. Last month, Pepper Jam released results from a survey that we ran to capture the perspectives of Pepper Jam clients and COVID-19 related influence on their affiliate marketing strategies and then the related spend. Over 60% of respondents indicated that they would increase spend ranging from about 5 to 15% as a percentage of overall marketing budgets in Q2. So what I want to ask you guys, has COVID-19 caused you to adjust your marketing spend and mix allocation at all? I see Meg nodding her head, yes.
Daniel, do you want to speak to the overall marketing spend, Daniel? And I can speak to affiliate marketing.
Yeah, so I'll say we've definitely kind of adjusted our allocation and mix, and as I said, for kind of our adjustments and KPIs, it's similar on the overall spend. We've really just been focused on, pushing our spend towards avenues and platforms that we know are going to return every dollar spent. As a startup, that's always a focus, but it's become even more of a sharp focus during this.
And I would say from an affiliate marketing perspective, we've kind of done the same thing. We've worked really closely with your team to really make sure we're maximizing our commission and also not, you know, giving away commission. Just like we said earlier, you know, every dollar counts right now, and we're a startup and we want to make it through this, but we also want to be profitable, you know, at the end of the year. So I think that we've really just taken a really close eye on what we're willing to spend for what type of publisher, and just, you know, being very diligent and, you know, getting in there and using a microscope on how we want to pay out publishers and what publishers we're looking to use right now.
Kyle,
Yeah,
are you the same?
Yeah, for Roan, we've definitely leaned into a lot of the affiliate side. You know, we've also spread our allocation to all the channels that are working, focusing on our return. Of course, that's main priority right now, as Meg has said. And then yeah, so we've definitely allocated more budget towards affiliate. So yeah.
So has COVID-19 had an impact on your approach to the affiliate channel? So for example, maybe your partner composition or your promotional strategy at all?
For us, it hasn't really changed too much, except for leaning more into the content side of things. We've been able to develop relationships in the past and really, you know, rely on those relationships to help carry us through and communicate with our publishers. So the mix hasn't really changed. We've been trying to build a content and kind of brand first approach and not way heavy into the other categories, but that's kind of our mix.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would say from our perspective, we're very new to the Pepper Jam platform, so it's a little bit different. We're not as mature in our affiliate business. However, when COVID happened, it was basically a month after we were really starting to see strong results through Pepper Jam. So for us, it's really just been a matter of digging in and getting continuing to look and try to drive more of that editorial and content. I'd say it's always a little harder to start to really build up that relationship, but we have had some success there, particularly with the Brands Better initiative, and I believe that was because of Pepper Jam's help with multiple advertisers being a part of that program. So I would say our goal is still pushing and driving for more editorial and content. That's definitely where we really want to play. But for us, it's been a matter of just, you know, continuing to drive with the publishers that we have and to keep adding to our publisher base. We're relatively new to this to the Pepper Jam platform, so it's a little different than a more mature affiliate business.
Okay, so maybe we can talk a little bit about the benefits that affiliate has provided to your brand during this unique time. So for example, are you seeing greater ROAS? Are you seeing greater engagement in terms of traffic or any other metrics?
Yeah, for
I would
us,
say okay.
Go ahead.
I would just say for RevTown, Pepper Jam has actually overexceeded from the beginning, to be honest. When we had a benchmark for what % of our business it wanted to drive, and to be perfectly honest, during COVID, it's actually far exceeded what we had expected for the year as a % of our total business. So we're really happy with the fact, you know, that we got into Pepper Jam when we did, so because that might have been volume that we didn't have prior to, you know, had we not had this Pepper Jam relationship during COVID. So I would say, like, as a % of total, you know, it's driving more than what we had anticipated heading into COVID.
Okay. For us, we had planned to shift a lot more budget towards affiliate, just based off of the pay for performance, and we have definitely seen an increase in ROAS and return. So that's where we're going to continue to push our budgets and keep them allocated the same, because we were making that transition before COVID hit. And then once COVID hit, we said, okay, this is a great opportunity for us to lean it more into our affiliate strategies and increase our relationships and really help, you know, rely on the relationships that we already have.
Okay. So I'd love to hear about if any of your conversations with your publisher partners have changed since COVID hit. You know, is it different or is it the same? Maybe Kyle, can you speak to that?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little different in the sense of, you know, budgeting perspective and wanting to really drive efficiency. So we're being more flexible with our commission rates and having, you know, an exchange in a higher commission rate for different types of placements, or making a hybrid approach to where we lower the flat fees and increase the commission. So we've been having those conversations, more of those conversations with our partners, and they've been receptive because they've also had to adapt during this time. So it's only, you know, benefited both parties to be flexible with each other.
I agree. And I think I would say from our side, we're also leveraging it more with our PR team. When our PR team is out there, you know, as opposed to, like Kyle said, paying a flat fee, working with them to, you know, using them as a Pepper Jam affiliate instead. So that it's paying for the sale, not a flat fee.
It's great to hear you're breaking down the silos between PR and marketing. So in terms of publisher performance, has any partners performed really well for you following COVID-19? I know as I've been reading our updates from the Pepper Jam Affiliate Marketing Sales Index, our content partners have seen really high year-over-year revenue growth. Are there any surprises on your end? Kyle, do you want to answer?
Yeah, no surprises. I mean, when we reached out to our content publishers, they were more than happy to increase the publications and spots that we were shown on. So it's really no surprise to me that, you know, and that's been mainly our big driver is content. So.
How about Daniel or Meg, any surprises, affiliate partners on your end?
I wouldn't say there's any surprises. To us, no surprise that certain retailers that help, you know, I would say coupon. We've seen a lot of people kind of go grasp towards that coupon for the best deal right now. Obviously, people are looking for that. You know, those have definitely overperformed to where I thought they would be. But you know, like I said, we're still building up that content and editorial side of our business. So you know, hopefully we'll get some surprises there here soon. Like we'll get some shifting over there.
Right. So consumer behavior has obviously changed in this time. What consumer trends have you noticed and how have you responded? Meg, you just mentioned that you see a more deal seeker coming out of work lately.
I would say one of the things that we've done is, you know, we're trying to we have crates, which is like a bundle of product. So for Mother's Day, knowing that customer was out there looking for the deals and knowing that people were looking for those like coupon codes and discounts, we did do a discounted crate for women for Mother's Day, and that was a success for us.
Yeah, for us, I mean, we've you know, relied on our customers to help us through this, and by doing that, we ran a customer appreciation sale, which was really successful, and we had a lot of traffic around that and a lot of positive results. So yeah, I mean, consumer trends, I think that, you know, they'll by us putting forth putting forward a good foot into, you know, the different coalitions like Brands for Better and that type of stuff will just deepen the relationships that we have with our customers. And yeah.
All right. So finally, one more question, I promise. Unless Daniel, did you have something that you wanted to add?
Yeah, I was just going to add, for us, we definitely are seeing that kind of increase in relationship building with our customers as well through, you know, our content and direct communication with them. And, you know, in addition to Brands for Better, we ran just a program for our community where we actually gave away pairs of jeans to local heroes who are, you know, our customers would nominate somebody in their life, who, whether it was a nurse or a school teacher who's at home, you know, teaching a class and also worrying about her kids. And, you know, they responded awesome to that. And I see a lot of that kind of community trend definitely continuing into the future.
That's great. So like I said, I have one more question. So what COVID-19 consumer trends do you see staying here for the foreseeable future?
I think that a lot will change in the coming 6 months to 18 months about how people work and where they work and what they wear to work. So I think that where we've had success because we've got a great product that is wear at home and wear at work, I think that you know, people's lifestyles will change and they will continue to be able to work from home for quite some time. And so we'll be able to really speak to our customer about comfort and wearing your jeans at home, but then also wearing them to the office. So I just see like people's lifestyles changing and our ability to speak to that and adapt because of the product that we create, that will still continue, and that is what will help get us through.
I think
All
for us, it's from what I see, will stick around is the custom, like people are working out from home, and with us being a fitness company, we are going to see that trend continue. I feel people working out from home a lot more rather than going to gyms and utilizing the at-home workouts and stuff like that. So I think that's going to be a pretty good positive trend.
All right. Well, I wanted to thank all three of you so much for attending the webinar and giving your personal feedback as well as what you guys as brands are doing amidst COVID-19. And I really appreciate your feedback. Mara, do you want to take it away?
Yep, I'm coming back here on webcam.
Okay.
Am I back yet? There I am.
There you are.
Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick of looking at myself on these Zoom conferences and webinars. Okay, so Meg, Kyle, Daniel, thank you so much for the great conversation with Amber. It was really great to hear your insights and perspectives. We're going to turn it over to the Q&A section of the webinar now. But just really quick before Chrissy shares the questions from the attendees with you, I just wanted to let everybody know that the session is recorded and it will be available for playback following today's webinar. So if you or a coworker want to refer back, you'll be able to play it on demand. All right, so Chrissy, can you share the questions with the panel?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Thank you so much, everybody. That was wonderful. The first question we have is, do you have any key learnings that you're able to share about Roan funds? It's possible that others in the call aren't familiar with what the campaign was, but it was a really clever way to encourage repeat orders. Could you tell us more?
Yeah, so Roan funds, it's something that we ran probably right after COVID hit, and it was a way for us to have our customers shop and basically get credit towards their next purchase. So if they hit a certain threshold, then we would give a certain amount of funds back to them to purchase at a later time, and which a lot of redemptions happened with our customer appreciation sales. So it was really good to see that people were, capitalizing on their Roan funds and coming back and shopping.
Great, thank you so much for that. Next question's for an open forum. What lessons would you offer to other D2C brands to accelerate their business coming out of the backside of this pandemic?
So
I would just say
definitely
What
focus.
sage wisdom would you impart, maybe? Maybe that's a better way to say that.
Yeah, Meg, you can go ahead.
no, you go.
Yeah, I would just say for us, a big learning has been kind of the value in shifting a focus towards content creation internally and really speaking to your customer base and community in a way that really drives engagement across all areas. That's been something that is big for us right now and will stick with us after this. And I think it's a good avenue to go down for DTC brands.
And I would just say not to call this time downtime. That sounds, sounds wrong to say, but we are really trying to use this time while we're getting kind of ready for things to turn back on this fall, as to infrastructure and learning, and just everybody is really like chipping in, and just all those things that kind of fall to the bottom of your to-do list when you're go every day. We are really working on getting some of that ready to go, so that when when things turn around, we're ready to go, we're ready to accelerate. We have the right systems and programs and processes in place that we can adapt and move and grow as fast as the market allows.
I think for us, it's been a really positive thing to see our internal communication and our internal collaboration with each other grow. And we've really, seen the teamwork in all the different aspects of content creation, new ideas, different ways to engage with our customers. So it's been really nice to see the team come together as a whole and really pull off a great, marketing campaigns to fight, COVID and still continue to engage with our customers.
Okay, great, thank you. The next question, in terms of predictions, do you have any predictions for how D2C brands will be better positioned to compete with traditional retail brands in a post-COVID economy?
I think a lot of changes have happened with the way people buy, and so I think a lot of people are going to be adapting a hybrid model in retail and with D2C, but D2C companies I think are going to thrive on just building the infrastructure inside and making it to where the customers see what they're doing and have the companies be very transparent and in who they're partnering with and for cause marketing and stuff like that. So yeah.
Just to add on, I would say it's kind of inherent being DTC, but having kind of a base in e-commerce will be an advantage for DTC customers as kind of the way consumers shop continues to trend towards online rather than in-person and brick and mortar.
And I think for us, just one last thing is we at RevTown don't have any stores. So whenever stores started to close, there was minimal impact. And it actually took several weeks beyond when the country was being impacted for us to really feel it because our e-com business was so strong. And I just think from, really maximizing every dollar we spend, we're better positioned than a brick and mortar store because we can just continue to ramp up our D2C business and run everything through e-com versus trying to get back that brick and mortar business that I know some other companies will need to be doing.
Okay, great. Thank you all for that. Next question. What's one general area that you see that D2C brands can or should be optimizing more?
I mean, I think content, like we've talked about, content is a big part of our brand, and so I think going after content is going to be a big thing to moving forward past COVID and continuing to optimize content because that's really kind of the light and into the story and the brand, and so having that story, having that realness to the brand helps customers relate better to what you're trying to sell. So,
agree.
All right, great. Thank you so much. That concludes all of our questions. Thank you to the panelists. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, Mara.
Meg and Daniel from RevTown, Kyle from Roan, and Amber from Pepper Jam. Thank you guys so much for the conversation today. I'm sure the audience members found an enormous amount of value in the conversation and just your perspectives and insights in general. So really, thank you so much for participating today. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Anybody still on the line, make sure that you scan the QR code that's available on the screen. Just get out your phone, take a picture. It will take you right to the great content asset that Pepper Jam has produced that gives you insight on how brands are responding to COVID-19 within their affiliate marketing programs in Q2. So great insight. Check it out, and we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. See ya.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks.
Bye.